But when you have deliberate, concerted, repeated pushing of hoaxes, you're like, wait a second, like, come on, man, this is too.
Certainly. Here's a more extended and richly detailed version of the rewritten narrative, maintaining a unique voice while preserving the core elements of the story. Whoopi Goldberg's outspoken style, once seen as bold and unapologetic, has seemingly led her into uncharted and dangerous territory. After years of dominating the daytime airwaves with The View, the show has come to an abrupt and unexpected end under the weight of an avalanche of lawsuits, 30 in total, each, one more serious than the last. For years, Goldberg had been a central figure on the panel, known for speaking her mind with no filters. But the very candor that built her reputation now appears to be the catalyst behind her professional unraveling. Over time, her commentary grew increasingly aggressive, veering beyond opinion and entering the realm of personal accusation. She didn't hold back when it came to controversial figures, publicly calling out Elon Musk, the Trump family, and many others, painting them in deeply unflattering terms. At first, it seemed her celebrity status and the format of daytime talk TV offered her a certain protection. But that shield is gone. In its place is a storm
in charge. Because I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president.
That's not true.
So is this the guy who's qualified to make decisions about the most powerful military in the world, who clearly does not know anything about the military?
The stupidity is unmatched. Unmatched. This is the guy that she's saying doesn't know anything about the military. Does he look like he doesn't know anything about the military to you? This woman literally had to do no research, came out here and is just exposing the idiocy for what it is. And she said he clearly knows nothing about the military. She clearly hasn't done a lick of research. The man has a bachelor's from Princeton, a master's from Harvard, 2 Bronze Stars. Here's what qualifies you for a Bronze Star. The individual must demonstrate heroic or meritorious achievement or service while serving in a combat theater. The man was a major in the National Guard, and he served in Iraq and Afghanistan.
of legal challenges from powerful individuals determined to reclaim their reputations and send a message about the limits of free speech when it crosses into alleged defamation. One of the most formidable of these challenges came from none other than Donald Trump and his family. For years, they had been frequent targets on the show, with Goldberg often leveling sharp criticisms and insinuations of corruption, criminal behavior, and conspiratorial dealings. But the Trump family, no strangers to legal battlefields, decided enough was enough. Insiders say their legal team had been quietly gathering evidence, building a case that would hold Goldberg accountable for what they claimed were deliberate and damaging falsehoods. It wasn't just political powerhouses who joined the legal wave. To the shock of many, country music star Carrie Underwood became an unexpected voice demanding justice. Underwood, known for her polished image and powerful vocals, found herself the subject of a segment in which Goldberg allegedly implied she was manipulating the entertainment industry from behind the scenes, suggesting she had influence over award.
Is that Staten Island Bakery?
Yeah.
No.
Crazy.
What?
So
She ate
Staten Island
everything.
Bakery, their boiler went down, and she placed an order of cupcakes for her birthday. And they
So,
couldn't
hold
do
on,
the
hold on,
order.
hold on. I can't imagine yet how this would go bad. Okay, go ahead.
So she places this order. They say, we can't promise you that we can do this because our boiler is down. So we can't fulfill this order. And so then the next day, the boiler's back up. She has someone else call the same bakery, and they get the order in because now the boiler's up. She claims the reason why they didn't take her order is because they didn't like her politics. And so she says this on The View. So then the bakery has a press conference where they say, we've been in business for 150 years. This is not what happened at all. We don't discriminate against anybody regardless of anything. We just had a problem with our boiler. And she's singling out a family-run business. And then there's a line around the block for the
shows, industry politics, and even public perception. While the remark may have seemed fleeting to casual viewers, Underwood's team saw it differently. They viewed it as a direct attack on her integrity, capable of causing long-term damage to her career and brand. Her lawsuit, reportedly seeking millions in damages, signaled that even those outside the usual political fray were no longer willing to tolerate careless accusations. Then came perhaps the most intense confrontation of all, Joe Rogan. With his massive global podcast audience and an unfiltered style that rivals Goldberg's, Rogan had been criticized by Goldberg on multiple occasions. She accused him of spreading misinformation, particularly around hot-button issues like vaccines and health policies. But Rogan, instead of firing back with words, brought legal firepower. His countersuit accused Goldberg of character assassination and intentional misrepresentation, aiming to prove that her statements went beyond criticism and into the territory of personal destruction.
Yeah, so that's been overwhelming my past couple days. So I just went in there, did my thing. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know who Sunny Hostin was. I actually still really don't know. So I wasn't expecting necessarily for her to kind of try to ambush me in that way and attack my character in that way.
Well, it is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
They get so much hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a rape.
The legal repercussions snowballed. Advertisers who had long supported The View began to quietly withdraw, unwilling to be associated with the growing controversy. Behind the scenes, panic spread. The network, known for weathering media storms in the past, found itself in a uniquely precarious position. The combination of legal fees, falling ratings, and public backlash became an unsustainable burden. The IMO decision came swiftly. The show was canceled, marking the end of an era in daytime television. The fallout didn't just impact Whoopi Goldberg. Her fellow co-hosts, producers, and crew, many of whom had nothing to do with the lawsuits, were swept up in the collapse. What was once considered a pioneering platform for bold female voices turned into a cautionary tale of unchecked speech and the consequences that follow. Decades of influence and success were undone in a matter of months. The message, though unspoken, was loud and clear. Celebrity status does not exempt one from accountability. In an era where legal recourse is being increasingly used to challenge false public narratives, the line between commentary and defamation is more relevant than ever. Goldberg's fate may be unique in scale, but it's part of a broader shift in the media landscape, one where words are no longer without consequence. The dust settles. Viewers and critics alike are left to reflect. What began as a show meant to spark conversations ultimately became the center of one of the most significant reckonings in daytime television history. The end of The View serves as a powerful reminder that even the most seasoned voices must tread carefully in a world where every statement is subject to scrutiny and where powerful